You're welcome, theme rippers. I know people wanted to rip this theme for a ringtone, and I swore I'd never let you do it. Well, now I've done it. I hope you're happy, ringtone rippers. Friends, have we stopped to consider that music belongs to everybody? It's nice to think about. Somebody makes some music, goes out into the world, and then it belongs to us all, whether we like it or not. That's right. So if you're of that philosophy, music belongs to everybody. That includes music you hate. Now it's your problem. You know what song we all love? The ABCs. We all know it. We could all sing it. We dispute the ending. Next time, won't you sing with me? That's how some people interpret it. Next time, won't you play with me? What? Were we playing just now? The weirdest variation? Tell me what you think of me. I'll tell you what, man. I would never add that to the end of anything. I do not want to know. Now I know my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me. Well, you're passive aggressive. What? You asked. I think you're controlling. How dare you? Well, shouldn't have sung the alphabet and then asked me that question. This was before the internet, you have to understand. So how are you supposed to know what people secretly thought of you? Next time, won't you play with me? Rather than leaving me alone to sing the ABCs by myself. A desperate plea. Why did, the ending is there. W, X, Y, and Z. The end. That's all of the alphabet. It doesn't need a coda. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. I love no, we don't talk enough about the bridge in the alphabet song. It's great. I know it's the same song as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, I know. And Bow Bow Black Sheep, we got a lot of mileage out of that tune. Happy birthday. I can't believe there's not more. Well, there was Good Morning to You, of course, and then those miserly crones, Mildred and Patty Hill, ripped it off, copywritten it, copyrighted it, copywrote it. You fell into my trap. Oh, my friends, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the program to join me in a free-form conversation inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser pals onto the show to join me in a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, inspired by our location, provided by our special guest, and oftentimes utilizing details gleaned from the aforementioned freeform conversation. And it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's what he goes like, oh! I think that's only the second time it's happened. A lot of shame on all of our other people that have been in this room. Folks, we have a very special guest for this episode of the show. And you'll notice that very soon the music is going to stop. Because our special guest has to make his way from the piano to a chair. You may recognize this gentleman as the person playing piano right now, please welcome to Spontaneanation a guy who's already been here the whole time, Mr. Eban Schletter. Eban Schletter. He's our guest. Very good. He's moving his keyboard out of the way. He's scrambling. I hope he remembers to take his headphones off so he doesn't get his head ripped off like in The Omen or something. Oh, he literally almost fell down. Now he is running. He has to get his coffee. And then he's sliding on in, and here he is.
All sound.
Oh, there he is!
Like my ears, man, like my ears.
Eban Schletter is here. Now I'm hearing double of me, I think. I don't know what's happening now. All right,
Poor Ryan, we pulled a dipsy doodle on him. Just like you pulled on me.
That's right.
I did not know this was going to happen.
To be fair, I did tell you before we started recording, but I did not tell Ryan.
Did you? Oh, yeah, right before we started recording.
That's right.
But that, to me, that's still a dipsy doodle.
Look, I don't know about your rules of dipsy doodledom.
I like to, despite being on a podcast like this, I prepare for things.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
I know.
But that's your, look.
So now I don't know what to do.
We're going to find out. Well, you've talked to people before, though.
Kind of.
Keep that in mind as I ask you this question.
Also, keep in mind I do live in a cave, but other than that.
True.
Right.
If you could see how big Eban's eyes are from trying to see in the dark, he's like one of those fish at the bottom of the ocean.
My teeth are no better.
Eban Schletter. Hold on.
Those fish always have messed up teeth. That's all I was saying.
Well, because they're just like...
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
See, I'm derailing things already.
It's all right.
I'm not even here for 30 seconds.
It's all about derailment. You're in the right place.
All right.
Eban, I have a question for you from our previous episode's guest. And that question is, what is the most uncomfortable place you have sneezed?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Now, will all your hours of preparation enable you to answer this question?
I usually would have to research it and think back, spend a couple days thinking, where have I been in my life? Where have I sneezed?
Check my sneeze journal.
Yeah. I think it would have to be a symphony concert. I love seeing things live, but also I hate seeing things live, especially when it's like a theater or I love classical music and I love going to the symphony, but I always get the protocol of things always makes me very neurotic. I don't want to be the guy who coughs and sneezes and unwraps the lodgings and all that stuff.
Are you a loud sneezer?
Not particularly. I'm not like one of those guys.
Okay. All right. Okay. That doesn't.
Classical music.
Classical music.
But that doesn't happen during this part.
Okay.
Oh, darn.
You could play him out though after the interview.
Oh yeah,
if you want to stay there.
I was thinking of that when you said usually.
Was that the extent of your?
That's
I had a feeling. Wait, so let me ask you this question first.
Yes.
Are you do you sneeze in a particular way? Are you a really like one of those scream sneezers? Do you sneeze in a series? Do you know what I mean? Because that factors in as well.
Not really. I think I have kind of your standard chew.
Right.
I know, like, my dad actually would do a bit more, put his voice into it, the kind of like, kind of thing where you're actually getting a throat in there.
Right.
I'm just like, usually, that was
not
even smaller.
Not the stifle.
That's not the real, I'm stifling it now because,
Well, you don't want to give people your real sneeze because then they'll steal your identity.
Exactly. That's right. Look, I need whatever I can to give myself a personality, and I'm not going to walk around with a bird or a lizard, so I need my sneeze.
Hey, it's called self-deprecation, not self-decimation. So you sneezed at a symphony?
Yeah.
And was it during a particularly quiet part?
Yeah. Because it was, if I recall, I think it was Beethoven's Ninth, and it was...
Oh, to Joy?
Oh, yes. Not during that.
No, sit down. Sit down.
All right.
It was not during the big choral parts where I could probably get away with it.
Right.
And like I would hold it in, wait till like a downbeat or something. Oh, the timpani's going to hit right now. Go. But no, it was the third beautiful movement, and... So it happened. But I wasn't alone. It was a cold season. There was a lot of people hacking. It was a loud crowd for that kind of thing.
Did you feel it coming and try to fight it off for a while?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which was also part of it. It's like, I'm trying to enjoy this, but now I'm all in my head about, no.
How long was that, would you say, that you felt it coming on and you fought it off?
I bet you in real time, it was probably about a minute and it felt like a half hour.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then did anyone turn and look?
No. As usual with things I'm paranoid about, there's usually nothing that comes of it. I just freak out. I'm always I'm going to be the guy everyone's mad at.
Yeah.
When I get on a plane or when I go to a restaurant or when
You know what's funny? But sneezing is a thing that we all agree you can't help that.
Right.
And unless there's certain people that if they sneeze too loudly, you're like, you don't need to sneeze like that. That's not, you're putting some of that in there.
Get a lizard.
I know that
to wear on your shoulder. You don't need to do that.
But I know that some people are impatient with serial sneezers, where it's like, do you really have to do that many times? And it's like, well, clearly they do. No one.
Yeah, it seems pretty. I don't know how you fake that.
Yeah, I don't know why you would.
Yeah,
but coughing at events, people they assume you have control over that. They get annoyed by it.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, this guy was coughing through the whole thing. Well, that dude doesn't want to. Who wants to cough?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've had the same thing at concerts with that too.
Yeah,
with coughing.
But even with a lozenge, there's only so much that's going to do. You know what I mean? So I guess your option is you have to leave. You can't stay and watch the performance.
Which is even worse because if you're in the middle of a row, so what's more troublesome? One sneeze or excuse me, pardon me.
Now you're in a weird commercial for Mentos or something.
Right.
What are some of the other situations where you feel self-conscious? Like what are the other kind of places where you are afraid you're going to do the wrong thing?
Well, airports for sure. I hate traveling, and it's mainly because of everything surrounding getting on a plane. I just am pretty much freaked out until I'm actually on the plane.
You're afraid I don't have the boarding pass. I don't have I'm going to get pulled out of the security for some dumb thing that I forgot that I had in my bag, or is it that sort of thing?
That, and also, or be too slow because it seems like everyone behind you is always in a rush. Take your laptop out quicker, or whatever it is. You're supposed to have all this already, and I just feel
but
like
no one's saying this to you.
No,
this is all your internal.
Yeah. I don't know how I got to be like that person who just is. I'm on my own case all the time.
But when you were say in your 20s or something, if you had to get on a plane, did you still have that anxiety, or is it since things have gotten more, kind of hectic at the airport?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't have it when I was younger.
Yeah.
No, in fact, I had. I didn't fly very much. I did when I was a kid. I had some experiences, and then I. Remember actually flying down to L.A. the first time. I used to commute down here every week. From San Francisco Bay Area. And Laura Milligan had her show down here, Tantrum. And I'd commute every week for that. And I'd drive down, which was great, listen to the radio and everything.
Yeah.
But then I flew, and I realized I hadn't been in a plane since I was a little kid. And so the first thing that kind of blew my mind was leaving the Bay Area, it disappeared in about 30 seconds, it seemed like. San Francisco, big city, and it's a little thing, and now you're hillsides and there's nothing. When you come into LA, it's like 20 minutes of pavement, and it's like, wow, this place is big. But the other thing is I suddenly realized, oh my God, I'm on a plane. I'm terrified.
No, really?
I've never been afraid of flying, and it lasted for all of 10 minutes because my thought process was, holy shit, I could die. I'm on a plane. And then my next thought was, if there was a heaven, and if you think of all the people that have died in all of human history.
Right.
Flight is still very new. So you would end up coming in there and it'd be like, how did you die? And it would be like, well, I was in a mill accident, or I had some disease, or I had the plague, or whatever. All these diseases that, most of humanity have died from.
A saber-toothed tiger ate me.
Yeah, exactly. And you'd be like, how did you die? Well, I fell from the sky like a god. So okay, well, maybe it's not so bad. And then I wasn't afraid of flying anymore.
Because you would be kind of a bit of a celebrity, a minor celebrity in the afterlife.
Yeah, exactly, which I don't even believe in, but,
right.
Sure, whatever works to calm you down, I guess. And now I'm afraid of flying again because ever since I had kids, I'm afraid of everything, and everything freaks me out.
Yeah.
So.
How do they deal with flying?
They're fine with it. They always like, oh, are there TV screens? What, can we talk to each other from the seats with a little messaging or whatever, and they're always interested in all that stuff. And when I fly, they're always asking me, like, what was the plane like? Did you have screens? What was it? They're always into that sort of stuff.
What was the plane like?
Yeah, they literally do that. I used to send a picture. Now they don't care.
Right.
Now they're over it. But
when you started worrying about stuff, when you had kids, and of course the fear of everything increases. Was it immediate for you? Like as soon as was it even before your first child was born?
It started creeping in when Chris was pregnant the first time.
Your
First
wife,
it
Chris.
was, yes.
Yeah.
And I knew something was strange when The Walking Dead came on. And actually, I
remember talking about this, yes.
Okay, because I can't tell you how big a fan of zombies I had been. I was a Fangoria magazine subscriber. Literally, had a subscription. They would send it to me. I was into gore movies. I was into all that horror stuff. Saw Friday the 13th multiple times, all that stuff. I was into all that. Separate story of how I got kind of resensitized to violence anyway. That happened before this. So I was already kind of resensitized to violence. Well, let's make it quick. I saw the movie Salo, Pasolini's movie Salo.
Yes, what you told me about, yeah.
Amazing movie that I can't recommend because it is a horrifying experience to go through. But at the same time, it really resensitized me to violence, which is kind of the point of that movie, really. But anyway, so we're watching Walking Dead, and I'm into it until the kid looks out the window and sees his mom as a zombie.
This is like the first episode,
This is the premiere episode. And I was like, fuck you! Fuck you! No! Fuck you! And Chris is like, Jesus, what? I'm like, no, we are not watching this shit. Fuck you! And I was like super mad, and I still get mad at that with things. I got mad. I got that mad when I saw the first trailer for this movie that's out now with the blindfolds and shit. I'm like, fuck you!
Oh, yeah.
No! Why are you even making shit like that? Go fuck yourself. Oh, what's the word? This is what I picture happens in the boardrooms, or whatever, for movies now. Let's think. What's the worst fucking thing that could ever happen? Well, let's see. My daughter gets sold into slavery, and she's like, yeah, and then you can go kill all the guys. Yeah, great. What the fuck? This is not what we need, and this is what are you going to put into the universe? Oh, let's think of the worst nightmares you can ever come up with. Your kids dying, horrible, torture, and it's just... That stuff, again, from a guy who was like seen every bloody movie in the world.
Yeah.
It's just like, no. And Chris was like, you saw Dawn of the Dead and there was kid zombies in that. What's the problem? And I was like, the kids were already dead. They didn't suffer anything. That is the adults having to deal with, are you going to shoot a kid who's a zombie who doesn't know because he's dead already? So it's not torturing the child. This is watching a child have to deal psychologically with his own mother being dead and possibly coming to kill him. And I don't even want to know how they resolve that. And I still don't. I never watched another episode of that show. So I missed a lot of good TV because of this stuff. Battlestar Galactica, I had an issue with.
What was your issue with Battlestar?
I think I got through. Did they do a miniseries first? Right? I was a little confused because I got to it a little late.
I think so.
I think I got through the whole miniseries, and it was the first Now We're a Real Series episode. And they're doing this time warp jump thing to escape the Cylons, right? And there's one ship that gets left behind. They have a chalkboard with how many human beings are left alive.
Right, yes.
And they have to go to the chalkboard, cross out the number they have, and take away a couple thousand or whatever.
To be fair, as science fiction shows, it was a dry erased board, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. See my memory.
Future technology.
Yeah. And I was just, what? Why? And part of it is I pay too much attention to politics in the world and how shitty things are. And so I'm sitting there and I'm realizing, Game of Thrones was an issue for me with this too. It's like, why is my entertainment stressing me out? My life is already stressed out.
Yeah.
My people wouldn't think it, but like what I do for a living is actually very stressful because, and maybe this is where I think I've gotten more neurotic the longer I've worked because every single thing I do, I'm not the only one. Anyone who's a writer, anyone who does stuff like this it's just like everything you do is like, okay, we're going to pick that apart now. Every single thing you do, you
compose something, you write it up, you send it in, and then it gets picked apart
and whether it's good or whether it's bad, there's always going to be nothing you do is going to be right.
Everybody's got notes, no matter what. Yeah.
And so like after a while, you're just like, no matter what you do, it's not going to be right. And so you figure if everything I do is not going to be right, when I go to the airport, what I'm doing is not going to be right. And there, I'm going to get yanked out of a line for doing the wrong thing.
Right.
Not just like, could you make it go do instead of dot? You know, it won't be that simple. So I think it all contributes to a neurotic, crazy thing. And then, and then having kids, you have stakes. Before kids, it's like, whatever, you know, the world's going to be terrible. We'll just get through it like we're in a Clint Eastwood movie or something, you know? It's like the Old West, right? Fine. But when you have kids, now you got someone you have to protect and that you care about. And then it's like, oh shit, how can I protect you against a world that seems like that's impossible to do that in?
I also think not having kids, it can also happen, you know, when you are just with somebody for a long time.
Yeah.
And you realize like when you are, you know, essentially becoming adults together, and you realize like those relationships come into sharper and sharper focus the more time passes and the more you realize, like I remember having a vivid turn in my thinking about riding my bike because I didn't used to wear a helmet. And then when Janie and I got serious, when I realized we were in a serious relationship, I started wearing a helmet because I realized, oh, the world it's more than just how I feel about me becoming a vegetable.
Right.
Like there's someone else who cares.
Yeah.
You know? And even though I have family, you know what I mean? I just couldn't think of it in those terms until this relationship. It totally opened my mind in a way that it hadn't before, that hadn't been open before. It was like somebody does, and I wish that whenever I see somebody on a bike without a helmet, all I think is somebody cares about you.
Yeah.
Whether you're thinking of that or not, there's somebody who cares about you, you know? And I don't know, I wish that everyone could have that experience, like have that epiphany of like the things that I do to myself actually matter to someone else somewhere in the world.
Right. That's a big thing to have that. And also the other side of that too, is not the other side, but the other angle of that is that people also
somebody wants you to die.
People just don't think about how bad things can. Oh, what can happen? I'm on a bike. It's not like a car.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was in a bike accident, and I hadn't seen him for a long time. When I first moved to LA, he came down to visit, and he had the thing over his head with the pins holding his head in place and all that from a bike accident.
Yeah.
It's like stuff can happen.
Yeah.
You should, try to take care of yourself.
Bike accidents can fuck you up.
Yes. But yeah, it is when you have some stakes involved. I guess when I was younger, I didn't feel, I was a punk rocker. It's like the world screwed up anyway, and what do I care?
Right.
I mean, I care, but there's,
It's a different,
it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It really is like, it's like when you think you know something and then you realize, oh, I didn't know that thing that I thought I knew.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Eban Schletter, thank you so much for being here.
Right now, I'd normally tinkle.
I know.
Yeah, you can go back and
hurry up.
As soon as Paul
Victor,
says,
get over there.
Hey, thank you for being here, and gets us heading towards the...
Well, Eban Schletter, thank you so much for being here. Oh, boy.
There you go. Perfect.
Eban, where can people find you should you wish to be found, and what would you like to tell people about?
I would say...
it's January 14th, as people are hearing
January 14th. There's a new season of Those Who Can't finally coming out.
That's right.
It was actually shot last year.
Music by Eban Schletter. Features our friend
show.
Maria Thayer.
Yes, indeed. Please come listen to my podcast, which I know I do it wrong. I have an episode come out every couple of months. Well, usually a podcast you want to do weekly or bi-weekly at the most. It's not really...
It doesn't. You tell people to hear it, it's there. You know what I mean? They don't know. They don't have to know when it came out.
Well, I mean that half joking. I do that in there was a conversation I had with, I'm spacing who I had it with, who was making fun of Dana
Kevin
Gould.
Spacey?
No.
Oh.
But Dana Gould, jokingly, he was saying doing it wrong with his podcast because he put some production value into it, so it's every once in a while.
Right.
And he was saying how his podcast it's like every week, and like this, we record it, it's done, that's an episode.
Yeah.
That's the right way as far as if you want to have something come out every week.
I'll ask you off mic who this asshole was.
He meant it jokingly. And it'll take me a minute to remember. Anyway, but please listen to my podcast. Again, there'll be a new episode every once in a while.
There you go.
But I do put a lot of work into them.
Absolutely.
And I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram, sort of, and Facebook, all just with my name, which you know how to spell from this show. Thank you.
Just refresh my memory. How do you spell Eban Schletter?
I think you spell it J-D-A-B. Now we know we all are friends.
Well, he nailed it. Folks, we have to take a break. During the break, we will procure a location for our improv from our guest, Eban Schletter. And then when we return, we're going to meet our improvisers. Stay alive. No matter what occurs, I will find you. It's a new year. Did you make some resolutions? Guess what? You can do that anytime. You don't have to do it in January. But we're in January now, so let's talk about it. Why don't you do this? Why don't you resolve to rest this year? A quality night's sleep helps you recover from distractions faster. It helps prevent burnout. It helps you make better decisions. It helps improve your memory. And overall, it helps you make fewer mistakes. It's not, please stop yelling it's marketing, because it's not. You're wrong. It's science. To design a better mattress, Lisa, that's right, it's a Lisa mattress ad. Our old friends Lisa leveraged over 30 years of experience and hundreds of hours of testing to develop the perfect mattress for all body shapes and sleeping styles. Are you skinny? Are you fat? Are you in between? What other body styles are there? Rectangle. That's a shape. Yeah. And sleeping styles. Do you sleep drunken master? Lisa's mission is to provide a better night's rest for everybody. Through their 110 program, they donate one mattress for every 10 they sell. That's more than 31,000 mattresses and counting. Lisa strives to leave the world better than they found it. And that doesn't stop with mattress donations. If anyone here thought it stopped with mattress donations, get out now. Sorry, I'm talking to my team behind me. Together with the Arbor Day Foundation, Lisa plants one tree for every mattress they sell. That's over 31,000 trees so far. Start 2019 well rested. Get $160 off a Lisa mattress at leesa.com/PFT and use promo code PFT at checkout. That's leesa.com/PFT, promo code PFT. Hi, Paul F. Tompkins talking about people's favorite shapes of ice. Excuse me, sir or madam, do you use ice in drinks?
Yeah, sorry. Hold up. I'm on the phone.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, so, 6 horses. 7. Deal. All right, sold. All right, bye. Sorry about that. What was the question?
No, who cares? What were you doing? Were you selling or buying horses?
Oh, I can't get into that.
Can you give me just a hint?
I was trading horses.
Trading them?
Yeah.
For other horses?
Yeah. You had a question about ice?
Yeah, but it's boring.
My favorite shape of ice?
Yeah, cube, right?
Turtle. I like little ice turtles. Just because they cool. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Of course, yeah.
I trade turtles too.
You trade live turtles or ice turtles?
Live turtles.
4 ice turtles?
4 horses.
Hold on a second. You're trading just regular old turtles, not even like tortoises.
I'm a zoo supplier.
Okay, and zoos are on the barter system?
Yeah. Sometimes.
And which of these zoos have horses?
San Diego.
Now, hold on a second. I feel like I've been to the San Diego Zoo. I don't know that I've just seen a regular old horse there.
They got horses, man. They got horses. Trust me. They might have just traded them for a rhinoceros.
Why would any zoo...
Oh, wait. That's another type of ice I like. Rhinoceros ice.
Is it the whole shape of the rhinoceros?
Sometimes just the horn. Sometimes the entire rhinoceros.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Are you crazy?
You bet your ass I am.
Paul, back to you. Oh, he's back at the keys. Don't worry. But now who filled in for him? We're going to find out as we meet our friends from the world of Make Pretends. Folks, this is like a family reunion for me. We have some of our oldest and dearest friends from the show and some people that haven't been on in a while, and it's such a pleasure to have them all back. I don't believe that any of them have been on the show together before. They're all shaking their heads no. And I'm not going to check. So we're going to proceed with that assumption. Seated right next to me. Hi. What a nice smile she just gave me. Welcome back, our old pal, Sarah Burns.
Hi,
Burnsy, how are you?
I'm great. I'm really good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, dear.
I haven't seen you since...
It's been such a long
like
time.
Like 8 months, maybe?
I think so. How's your little girl doing?
She's lovely. She's 2.5. She's a wild child.
I'll bet she is.
And she's so much fun. She's so smart. I love her. I'm keeping her.
What's the smartest thing that she's done?
Oh, she wrote a joke the other day.
Well, there we go. Let's hear that joke.
I mean, she didn't put it to paper, but she kept saying, I want to change my diaper. I want to change my diaper. We were on like a long road trip, and we were trying to find a place to pull over. And she's really into knock-knock jokes.
Sure.
Her knock-knock jokes are usually like, knock-knock, who's there? Banana. Banana who? Like, that's the punchline. But she was like, knock, knock. And we were like, who's there? And she went, I want to change my diaper. And to me, that's the first joke she's written. And that's the first joke that's ever mattered as far as I'm concerned.
Did you ask her, I want to change my diaper who? Or did you know this is the end?
I think I just burst out laughing because
it was a comedy of surprise. It was very unexpected.
It threw me. I'm also that mother who's constantly marveling over her. I can't. I just like, do you see what she just did? She just handed me a boogie. She's constantly like, Mama, booger. And I'm like, thank you. I'm so in love with her.
Well, God bless her and all her bodily functions.
Yes. You should be so lucky to get one of her boogers.
This
is what I say to every person I meet.
You should be so lucky. Have you ever sneezed in an embarrassing place?
Yes, 2 days ago.
This is like a Law and Order ripped from the headlines.
It was bone chilling to listen to that because I cracked a bunch of, and I love pepper. So I cracked a bunch of pepper on my
salad. Fresh ground pepper? You kidding me? Absolutely.
Hold me down. I'm coming for it. But I was like, we waited to go to a restaurant for an hour and a half because it's worth the wait. But there's a lot of wine and it was very warm. So I was getting kind of like, I need to eat and then I need to immediately lie down and sleep.
Yes.
But I cracked a bunch of pepper onto my salad and it was so fine. It just like swirled up my nose, and I sneezed in a restaurant like 50 times in a row. Just like, sorry, just constant, and it cleared my lungs. It felt like it was so embarrassing. People next to me, everyone was embarrassed by me. And I should have left, but it wasn't. It wasn't my fault,
right?
But it wouldn't stop. It just kept coming, and so there is nothing you can do but pray for death.
Now, are you saying when it was over you felt great?
I was also wine drunk.
Oh, sure.
But
okay.
but yeah, I felt I'm alive on this planet. So I made it through to the other side. But that's never happened to me before with pepper. I was surprised by that.
It seems like some got into your system.
A lot, but it was such a nice cracking. You know when they crack it on your salad, I want them to go for hours.
Oh wait, so it was somebody else doing it.
No,
it was not you
it.
doing it. You did it. Okay, that's what I thought.
So
what restaurant lets you grind your own? I have questions. I have off my questions for you.
This is.
I don't want to blow up your spot if this is like your favorite restaurant.
No, I might have to stay away for a while after that experience. But I also embraced a lady at the end of the night as I was leaving for a solid minute. Mm-hmm. We had not. I don't know her name. It was just one of those crazy nights where you're just like, you are good. You are good too. Good night. You know, Happy New Year.
Sarah, I'm going to, against my better judgment, I'm going to turn away from you.
Okay.
To look directly across from me, kitty corner from you, meow.
Hi, Paul. And I don't want to get back only because I listened in preparation.
Yeah.
I listened to the beginning of a Spontaneanation podcast
Right.
where you did that, and you mentioned that people always meow back, and that it
Yes.
would be weird not to. And I just felt like I didn't want to feel pressured like I had to. Meow. And now I
Thank
feel like
you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that took so long.
But it felt like the right thing to do after you did it.
Feel like it, yeah.
It's the right thing to do.
the right thing to do.
Our old friend Victor Yerrid is back.
Hey, Paul.
Victor, welcome back to the show.
I miss you so much.
I miss you too. We used to work together and you shut up.
I would see the lower part of your legs,
Yeah.
kneecap to shoe
That's
bottom,
right.
once a week.
Yeah,
Occasionally I'd look up and glimpse your mustache.
sure.
And that
Look
went
right
on.
up my old nostrils.
And it was a time I hold dear in my heart.
Victor, I feel the exact same way.
Location aside,
Yeah, that place sucked.
we were in a shithole, but I loved seeing you.
We were in the basement.
We were in the basement
The basement.
of a place that felt like it'd been doing TV since TV started, I think.
Yeah.
And
And it was always empty. It was weird. It was a vast building.
Yeah.
Always empty.
Yeah.
One time we were shooting in a deserted office area. Like there was nobody up there.
yeah.
And we were shooting something and someone appeared out of nowhere to tell us to keep it down. Why? There's no one here.
Yeah, and the most rigorous security of any empty building
Absolutely.
you could ever work in.
Absolutely.
In fact, I kept my pass one week. I thought I'd game the system.
Yeah.
And I brought my same pass back to let it, and they were not happy.
Me too.
And I took it again.
Yeah.
The next week because I didn't care.
That's right. Why should you?
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Victor, thank you for filling in on the piano for the outro of Eban's intro.
I hope you listen to
Eban's
it.
interview. I hope
I hope you listen to it later because there was a lot of really good stuff
Of course,
in there.
I have a lot going on.
Yeah,
I have
you
to talk
might
to
have
the
missed some
guest,
of it,
so I don't hear all the
There
nuances.
was some really good stuff.
Sure.
Some really good stuff.
I heard some Ode to Joy in there.
You did hear it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remembered it.
You sort of tipped that you were going to play that.
Okay.
Victor, I'm going to turn away from you
Okay.
to look next to you. Kitty corner for me, meow.
Meow.
You know,
I knew you wouldn't let me
to
down.
rub it in.
Victor, you're done.
I get it.
Our old pal Nyima Funk is back.
Hello.
Nyima, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
I'm glad
I'm
to hear that.
wonderful.
You should be wonderful.
Thank you. I am then.
How are How are your little ones?
My little ones are fantastic.
I'm glad to hear.
They're great. They are. We were just talking about this earlier. They're smarter than me, and that's scary. Funnier than me, and that makes me angry.
Are they funny? Are they funny kids?
Yeah, they are.
Making jokes all the time?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about this earlier. I was saying my son, who's 6, is really into the Titanic. Learning. Hilarious, right?
Not the movie, but the Titanic
No,
itself.
the
Yes.
Titanic itself.
Yes.
Why it crashed, all that. And he has started doing this bit because in every book about the Titanic, it always starts with, people talking about how it's never going to crash and it's the best
Unsinkable.
ship ever. Unsinkable. So he has started doing this bit where he pretends to be the captain of the Titanic, welcoming people on board and going, welcome to the Titanic. There's no way this ship is ever going to sink. It's not going to end up at the bottom of the ocean. There won't be a movie about the Titanic. There's not going to, you won't read books about it. He just goes on and on.
A legitimately funny bit.
A legitimately funny
Yes.
bit that I'm going to steal.
Yeah.
Right?
Do they do stuff together?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do they get along or no?
They do, but
What's the age difference? I'm sorry.
3 years.
Okay.
It's 3 years, but they don't get along in that dumb, brother sister, I'm gonna steal her doll and throw it away
Right.
kind of dumb shit. No, you're
Yeah.
not, or that sort of silliness that I guess kids have to do. I didn't do it. But no, they're great. They get along. They're sweet, loving kids.
Do you see a future where they will put on skits together where they make the family watch them?
Well, we do it to them, so yes. Oh, yes.
Do you think you guys will be like the Von Trapps?
The Black Von Traps?
The Black
Yes.
Von Trapps.
Just trapped.
The BVTs.
Yes, right. Yeah, you're trapped. No, they will do skits together. I can
Right.
tell. And I can. already.
How would you, if they went into show business, would you feel weird about that, or would you be okay with that?
I'd be okay with it. I guess they know the perils.
Right.
They've seen mom coming home crying.
Right.
Right. They know.
Sarah, do you feel the same way?
I would prefer that she was in like a position of power in this
Right.
industry, if possible. But she's
That's interesting. Like
I
if
never
she were,
thought about that.
yeah.
Ooh.
just so she'd have a little more say.
Yeah, me
but-
too. Me too. I want my kids to be in powerful. Real, yeah. Oh yeah.
Victor, what about you? You have kids.
I want them as far away from the entertainment industry as humanly possible.
Can I punch that up a little bit?
Yeah.
I want them as far away from the entertainment industry as I currently am. Like don't you fucking, how dare you?
Tell me what you think of me.
Oh, my friends, we have to take another break. When we return, we will reveal the location for our improv provided to us by our friend Eban Schletter. And then we're going to do that improv. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns. Hey, Spontanians. If you live in San Francisco, Detroit, Vancouver, those are 3 different places. I have news for yous. This weekend, San Francisco Sketch Fest, I'm going to be doing 6 shows in 3 days. All fun, all with amazing people. Do check it out, including a Sunday night show with Little Janet Varney, Eugene Cordero, and Tawny Newsome. Will Eban Schletter be accompanying us? Yes, he will. Now, Detroit, this is a very special show. This is me and my buddy Mark Evan Jackson. It's a show called Mr. Jackson and Mr. Tompkins. It is a 2 gentleman improv show. It's just me and Mark doing improv, and it is to benefit the Detroit Creativity Project, which is the charity that Mark started. Please do check this out. We're going to be the Fillmore Detroit. I cannot wait to do this show. I love Detroit. I love performing with Mark. This is going to be a very special evening. That is Friday, January 25th. Tickets are on sale now, and they're going fast. Then Mark and I will be heading up to Vancouver next month as part of JFL Northwest. That is Sunday, February 17th. Same thing, the 2 of us doing an hour of improv. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go to paulftompkins.com/live for all those ticket links. Hi, Paul F. Tompkins. We're down on the street talking to people about fingernails. Do they need to be trimmed, and when? Sir, hi there. Can I ask you a question about fingernails?
Yeah, sure.
What's your name?
My name is Daniel.
And Daniel, do you have fingernails?
Let me look. Yep, I sure do.
And do you trim them?
I do trim them. Oftentimes, I forget to trim them, scratch my face, and remember to trim them.
Like a little baby.
Like a little baby.
Yeah. What do you use to trim your nails, Daniel?
Oh, well, I use nail clippers.
Nail clippers? Mm-hmm. What are those?
Those are like, I guess that's what black people call whatever you cut fingernails with. I'm not too sure.
You think that's you think it's unique to?
I think it might be. I mean, what do you call it? What do you clip you? What do you do with your?
Well, I've never clipped my nails, as you can see.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Maybe you recognize me from the Guinness Book of
Yes,
Records?
you're the curly fingernail guy.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is great to hear.
Okay, they're called nail clippers.
Nail clippers. See, this is what happens when we reach out to other cultures. We learn a little bit more than we knew before.
That's true.
Paul F. Tompkins returning you to Spontaneanation. Daniel, thank you. Would you sign this release, please?
No problem. Oh, I can't. The pen is weird. I can't get it out your hand. Okay.
Yeah, it's lost in there.
It's lost in there. Okay, cool.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that eventually ends. It is time to reveal the location for our improv provided to us by our guest, Eban Schletter. But first, just so as you know, in order to aid us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects that move us about in space and time. Let's say, that's right, I put the words on. Let's say we're in a scene where we need to go into the past for some reason. Someone's having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. Anytime we travel into the past, we use this flashback sound effect. Now, if we want to return to where we were after the flashback, or anytime we travel into the future, we use this flash forward sound effect. Now, This final button moves us only in space, not in time. Let's say we're in a scene, no matter where we are, whether we've already traveled to the past, future, or haven't. Anytime we want to find out what's going at the exact same moment somewhere else, we use this meanwhile button. Past, present, future. How dare you? Everyone gets it. And now, my friends, it is time to reveal the location we're improvised podcast episode, and that location is the jail underneath Disneyland. The jail underneath Disneyland. We take you now to the jail underneath Disneyland. Would you step inside, please? Just go right in there.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. So sorry to detain you, but
Oh, that's fine.
you have to just stay in here for a little while, okay?
That's all part of the family vacation we've been saving up for.
That's exactly right.
here now.
Okay, just go lock the door.
You looking at me?
Oh, no, sorry.
You look like you was looking at me.
No, I wasn't. I was just admiring the lovely walls in here. They're just lovely.
You got a real fancy blouse on.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. I bought it at TJ Maxx last week. I was packing for this. I'm Karen.
I tried to kill Goofy.
Okay. Well, maybe he had it coming to him or something, or...
No, I just tried.
Well, that sounds like an unfun way to spend the day, doesn't it? And he survived?
You know what? He's not having a magical day. Nor am I.
Nor am I.
I'm Brent.
Brent, I'm Karen.
By the way, nice to meet you.
How are you? I was pulled out of a line. I'm waiting to go on the Yeti, the large one we all talk.
The Yeti, I know the one you're talking about.
And I don't know what came over me, but
All right, everybody, we'll step on up to the Yeti.
here we are, kids. This is lovely.
All right, now you have to be as tall as the Yeti's paw to ride the Yeti.
Well, that lets me out, I guess. Can't believe I stood in this line for so long.
Every week, Gladys, every week.
Well, one of these days I'm gonna have a spurt. You'll see. Also, didn't this used to be called the Matterhorn?
Yeah, but we changed it.
All right, see you next week.
All right.
Frankly, I don't think anybody's gonna ride it if it's called the Matterhorn.
Well, you go ahead first.
Why don't we call it something smaller that we can fit on a cap?
The Kraken. We'll call it the Kraken.
But that's a bottom of the ocean thing. This is a top of a mountain thing.
Okay.
The polar bear.
Well, that's a
What?
sad thing to bring out because they're all dying. Nobody wants to come.
The
and watch
iceberg. How about the iceberg? The berg?
No, that's it'll make people think of the Titanic. It's very sad. Nothing funny about the Titanic.
We can all agree on that.
We can all
Nothing
agree.
funny about
Nothing
it.
funny
how
about
did
the Titanic.
How did that happen?
The Titanic?
Well,
No, I'm just musing to
understand
myself.
they built it in Belfast, and
Let's not get bogged
All
down
right.
in Titanic history. We need to come up with a name for this ride.
Well, how about Ready?
Oh, ready, set,
Ready.
ready. No, ready. Why the ready?
Ready.
Kids, let's get on the ready.
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 Oh, I've got it.
Yes?
The Yeti. It sounds like ready. It's got snow connections.
well, I don't like it, but you're my boss, so I guess we'll go with it.
That's right. It's me, Jerry Disney.
Oh, Jerry.
I'm finally in charge, and I'm changing the names of all the rides.
Jerry, you've never made a bad decision.
Thank you.
Oh, so I guess we're almost at the front of the line, kids, for the Yeti, and Steve's coming up. Fine. We're almost at the front of the. That's not gonna happen.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you, You're not looking to sneeze, are you?
No. I'm just gonna quickly just let my Just gonna.
Wow.
No!
Wow.
No! Fuck you!
Wow.
No!
I'm so
No!
I'm so sorry.
These motherfuckers! No!
You're gonna have to step out of line and go to jail.
Oh my goodness, my children will have to deal with the psychological consequences.
That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, we're good.
Oh God.
We're kids.
It's okay, Mom.
A lot of people been through this jail before. For doing lots of things.
That's very filthy.
You must have done something real heinous.
I'm embarrassed to say I'm ashamed of myself. I didn't think I would commit such a crime, but some sort of irritant got up into my nasal passage and I sneezed it out.
Now, another change I'm going to make.
All right,
And this is a Jerry Disney exclusive.
JD.
Get the pen and paper.
We're going to put pepper in the air supply.
Smack yourself.
Wait, what?
I liked it.
Oh,
That's a good. She wasn't calling you on a
No, I'm
dipsy
saying-
doodle. She liked it.
Oh,
I
I see.
I think
She wasn't doodling.
I will not be called on a dipsy doodle.
No, none of us
not
didn't
what
do that,
happened.
sir.
It's not
It's bold. It's provocative.
Here's
Doesn't make sense.
One, what?
I just,
Now, here's what we do. We just put pepper into some fans. There'll be vents everywhere.
Right.
Just pepper going all over the place, and it'll really spice things up.
JD.
Right?
JD.
That's a classic Jerry
got it again.
Disney
You know, pepper's
idea.
a berry.
What?
A pepper's a berry.
What are you talking about?
It's a berry. A peppercorn is a berry.
Now, look,
What?
I may have just been hit on the head with a brick, but I know that pepper it's a spice.
It's a flower.
It's a flower.
It's a pepper, the pepper
Isn't
flower.
it a flower?
Isn't it a flower?
Bark.
I hate it when we fight.
Why do we have loose bricks all over this stupid park?
Why do we do this?
So I guess, what does this mean for me? I am quickly reunited with my family with a small slap on the wrist?
Well, nope. First, you're gonna have a trial, and then there's a jury of your peers. They're gonna vote on you, and best case scenario, you meet up with your family in time for fireworks.
that would be
Worst case, you become like me. You become a lifer.
There's a life. You've been here for your.
It's a either or. You get out right away, or you stay.
Well, I would have to say that just sneezing in line is not as awful as attempting to murder Goofy.
Oh, you might think that. There's a lot of bad things that can come of a sneeze.
I guess.
Why, it reminds me.
Sweetheart, here we are on our wedding night.
Oh, I'm tickled pink.
I can't wait to make.
Oh, what's happening? Are you okay?
Achoo! Out the window! Oh, broke my neck!
A lot of bad things.
That happened to your parents?
Yep, that was Ma. They's real proper folks, my parents. Fortunately, I was born and birthed prior to her breaking her neck.
Jerry,
Yeah.
you got Brent.
Yeah.
Brent, you have a visitor.
What?
Your dad is here.
Papa? I didn't expect to see him. Hey, son. Daddy. Well, you look great. Daddy, you son of a bitch. Oh, what is it? Brad, you left me in there. You knew that I was in there. You took me to see Goofy. And you seen what happened. And you never come to visit me in the 45 years I've been in here.
I feel like I shouldn't be in the room right now.
No, you stay there.
Okay.
And you watch.
Well, what about me? I've been here the whole time.
Elizabeth, nobody wants to. Here, go on then.
Okay, fine. Hi-ho.
Give us your 2 cents like you always. She's been my ma, 'cause I ain't having the parents. Well, I was real broke up after your mom fell out of that window, and I guess I didn't know how to express my love. I'd been so desensitized to violence, and then I saw a movie. Just last night, it changed everything. What, was it that one with the zombie mom? No. Don't really remember the name of it. Well, I'm glad it changed you. But it didn't change me. And I'm gonna call Mr. Disney in here. He still works here, Jerry Disney, and I'm gonna have you thrown the F out.
Mr. Disney.
What is it, Miriam?
Hi, I don't mean to bother you.
There's no bother at all. I love talking to the employees of the park. My head hurts.
Yes, of course it does. You've been hit in the head with a brick
Yeah.
several thousands of times over
So
the
many
years.
times. It's like my head's a brick magnet.
Well, it could be. You've
You've heard of a chick magnet?
I've heard of a chick magnet.
My head's like a brick magnet.
Well, you know what? Let's table that for later. We'll put a
Sure.
pin in it, run it up the
Absolutely,
flagpole.
Miriam. Don't put it in my head.
No. You've got a phone call.
What?
A phone call.
A phone call.
A phone call.
A phone call.
From our oldest resident
Not Brent.
in the jail.
I'll patch him through. I'll take it in my office.
Okay.
Hello, Jerry Disney speaking.
JD,
What, Brent?
I want to see you. I don't know why they put you on the phone. I said I wanted to see you.
You want to?
I didn't say I wanted to talk to you. Elizabeth, why did they make a phone call?
Oh, is
when
Elizabeth there?
Yeah, she's still here.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good too. Yeah, sorry about that patch through phone call shit. I wasn't really listening in the beginning when you said that. So
Hang on.
that's just
All right, do you want me to come down there?
Yes, I want you in this room directly.
All right, I'll put on my disguise
Don't
first.
you dipsy doodle me.
How dare you, Brent? I've never dipsy-doodled in my life.
Well.
I'll see you soon.
Elizabeth, I'm Karen. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself when I came in here. You're for murder or sneezing?
murder by sneezing.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this is such a gorgeous day out here, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Oh, Elizabeth, I'm having such a fun girls' weekend at Disney.
I am too. First week of spring, all the dander in the air. Isn't it everywhere?
There's so much dander.
You want to get your picture taken with me?
Sure. Why not? Hold on.
Chardonnay,
What's going on?
I was just holding my gun.
What?
No, I was just holding my gun.
How did you?
Nobody searched me when I was.
I mean, this is Disneyland. This
Nobody
is
searches her.
what?
Excuse me.
What's going on?
I was just. Oh,
No! Fuck you! No! Motherfuckers, no!
Brent!
Brent, it's just how.
Brent, wake up, Brent. I'm here. You're having a weird dream. You're talking in a different voice.
I was. And even...
Hi, Elizabeth. Hello.
Hi, JD.
Oh, and
How's
who's
it going?
this?
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm visiting with my family.
Oh, hello, Karen. I'm sorry you're in the Disney jail, but you must have done something to earn it.
I sneezed.
I don't want to hear your whole life story. Brent?
Look, listen, JD. I've been a good tenant as such it goes.
Well, prisoner, yes.
Whatever. You see that skinny, dumb-faced shit turd of a father standing out next to you?
I did see him
Thank
out
God
there,
you said
yes.
father. I thought you were talking about me at first.
No,
I
Elizabeth.
actually thought he was talking about Goofy.
Don't you even start with that,
Okay,
son.
Brent, calm down.
triggering
Calm
him.
down. It's a bit of a trigger.
I don't want to see this man anywhere near me presently.
Brent, he's your father.
Your
It's
father.
been 45
It's
years.
been 45 years.
your
How'd you know how long it's been since I seen my father, you son of a
Well, I looked
gun?
of course I have access to the records, to the visitation records.
He's Jerry Disney. He knows everything.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
It is actually. I hope I
Son,
get a
it's-
chance to have my photo
What's
taken
that?
with you. Well, I would just love to have my photo taken with you during the visit at some
Oh,
point.
no one can have their photo taken with
Nobody
Jerry
ever gets a
Disney.
photo taken with you. No, he can't. He's afraid
can't.
his soul's going to
I'm
be
afraid
taken
my soul's gonna be
by
taken
the
by the
film.
film.
Yes,
Oh, that's understandable.
It is, isn't it?
it is.
I'll tell you what's not understandable is why come I'm still sitting there looking at this son bitch father of mine that I don't want to see no more.
Brent. Hasn't it been long
Hasn't it
enough?
been long
He's
enough?
trying to.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm trying to-
I got this.
Yeah, all right. I just wanted to.
Brent, hasn't it been long enough?
been long
He's
enough.
Hey, what did we just?
I told you. I don't know why you still got him, her.
Brent, I might be coming around to your side.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, yes. You had
I
something
just
to
don't
say?
understand why your father sounds younger than you.
That is weird.
This is a
Well,
harsh jail.
Conditions in prison can often age a person more
That's true.
rapidly
That's
than
true.
they do on the.
What I've had
can
to
I
do for
say-
cigarettes.
Oh,
May, I,
gosh,
may I
yes.
step in and just say we try to keep it a nice jail here. We try to keep everyone happy. I know you think of me as just a regular old screw, but
No
we do
one's-
try to keep it the happiest place on earth,
For
even
some
in the
reason,
jail.
I can't get mad at you.
Very well said, Cal.
No one's saying you don't run a proper jail, JD.
Well, oh,
But
Thank you.
in regular jails, not the Disney variety, as a prisoner, you are asked if you want to go to the place with the glass and the 2 phones to speak to visitors. They don't just bring them on in without consulting you properly.
Well, now, Brandy, this is a very small jail. We don't have very few people.
Very
that
small jail,
ever,
son. Very few people
be
ever.
fair-
Brent's dad, I
Yeah.
gotta ask you.
Hey,
This,
what's up, buddy?
if I wanted an echo, I'd go up on the Yeti. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. I love that ride.
It's a
It was
good
totally-
ride.
Love that
it was
ride.
One thing I wanted.
Oh, do you like the new name, by the way? I wanted to ask everyone.
It's easier to put on a hat.
Right? That's what I said, I think.
Hang on a tick. Are you saying that they renamed the Yeti?
Yeah, the Matterhorn is now called the Yeti.
yeah. But
Oh, they renamed the Matterhorn to the Yeti.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you was saying that they updated it once more.
oh, for Christ's sake, you act like you've been living in a hole for the past 45
Oh,
years.
Elizabeth.
Sorry.
Real close to home, Elizabeth.
I hope they never update the Yeti because I bought a few hats already, and I would hate for them to be.
Thank you for buying the hats. Although that would make them collector's items.
He's
You know,
right. They would make them collector's items.
We might put those in the Disney vault.
The Disney Vault.
Oh, I've heard about
Hold
this.
on a second.
Wait a second.
Would you know,
Yes.
I shouldn't do this.
Do
I
it.
do.
Do it.
Do you want to see the vault?
No. Oh, yes.
It's like Christmas.
Brent,
Will they get us out of the jail?
I think you've earned this. It won't get you out of the jail. I mean, you still have to serve your jail time. But we'll take a quick trip to the vault
Okay.
and then right back here to jail.
Oh, I've always wanted to see this.
God, that took a long time to get here.
It did, didn't it?
My kids are going to wonder where I am.
It's 3,000 feet under the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now you've all got your paper booties on.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, you've got your
Lovely.
masks in place.
Yes, thank you.
You've got your white gloves.
Oh,
Did you not? You don't have the white
I
gloves?
did.
Well, Elizabeth and I, we took a minor detour on the way over when you was handing out the gloves.
Right.
And we went to that room with all the, where you drink the drink and then you float up to the
We had
ceiling.
sex in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I have 3 pairs of gloves.
That's the room.
Well, if you could distribute the extra
Sure.
pairs of gloves, Karen, I'd
Next time you
appreciate
guys
that.
stop to go have
Thank
sex,
you.
I'd love to join you.
Look, all you have to do is just say we're going to have sex in the bathroom. I mean, it's cool. You don't have to hide it. We're in the Disney vault.
Okay.
Who's trying to hide nothing?
Well, you
I
took
can't-
We
a
went
real-
to that bathroom
you
with the drink.
took a Willy Wonka detour.
Oh, I thought that's in the bathroom.
All right, now are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to open the vault
This is exciting.
door.
Oh, he's opening the door.
He's opening the
Here
door.
it is.
He's
Welcome
opening
to
the
the
door.
door. He's opening.
Oh my God! Really?
What the?
Oh,
Yeah, this is it.
what the?
It looks just like the jail.
Well, not just like. I mean,
Very mildewy down here. Do you have any Febreze or?
we don't put a ton of stuff in here, so we don't visit it that often.
What's
Look,
all
look,
these-
there's Song of the South.
Oh, it was
Racist.
laser
That's
disc.
why it's here.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some laser discs. That's more just out of embarrassment. We didn't want people to see that we
Hey.
had old tech. What?
JD,
What is it, Brent?
why don't you take my daddy back and then you can show him, that the stuff back there, because he's old and he probably doesn't have such good eyesight and such, and then I could just stay here with the ladies for a mo.
Well, all right, Brent's dad. Do you want to join me over here and we'll
I want to join
a
you
look at-
over here.
some real?
Let's look at some real
We got
stuff.
a Mickey cartoon where he shakes hands with Hitler at the end.
Oh, this sounds exciting and historical.
We're alone. He's not watching. Let's leave.
Okay, can we keep the gloves though?
All right. Why is that your immediate concern?
My hands are always cold. It doesn't matter what
My
temperature.
aunt
room
was
is.
like that, except it was her elbows.
I think that's something to do with circulation.
So
If we don't lock these damn doors, then you's gonna be stuck in here like me and Elizabeth has been.
cartoon has Donald Duck getting a failed tracheotomy. That's why he talks that way.
Oh, now I know the history.
Let's go. I'd love to get back with my family. I'm anxious to ride the whatever Yeti.
You know, Karen, keep mentioning this family.
Yes, my 3 daughters, my 2 sons, my loving husband.
Look, if we get out of here, then people talk. So we have to agree that this is going to stay between the 3 of us, and we have to eliminate,
Well,
baggage.
I would never say anything. I would never say anything. I would never, no.
You might not want to say anything.
You might be forced
This
to
is the
say
cartoon where Goofy removes Pluto's voice box.
I love Goofy.
No. In college they used to call me Little Secret Lady because I could keep secrets.
That's really?
Yes, I could keep.
Well. Look who's here. It's Little Secret Lady.
Like a vault.
Where did you just come from?
I'm not telling.
Oh, shit.
Where are you going?
I'm not saying.
What is your name?
No can do.
Anyway, let's just keep our backs turned to the door looking at all this stuff.
Why would you turn away from this stuff?
Why are you so much louder than I am?
Why am I so much louder than you are?
Well, they're getting along well.
Yeah, this is great.
Listen, what I was getting at is you gotta kill your family. I'm just gonna say it. Because, look, you could turn into a zombie one day.
Oh, no.
Spill all kinds of secrets.
I don't see here's my workaround is what if we just go in separate directions. I haven't really made eye contact enough to even remember what either of you look like, or you don't have your last names, or you don't ever come up, and I just go.
You'd heard tale of our bathroom sex, and that's enough to link you to us forever and ever.
My last name is Sanchez.
Oh, we
My
don't
social security number is 726.
Oh, you don't even need to keep telling me. No.
2664. My mother's maiden name is also Sanchez.
You see, you don't even need. And you know what? I think I punctured my eardrum a few months ago on a boat ride, so I'm having trouble hearing any of that. Anyway, it all comes as just moisture. So we'll just go our separate ways. And I really don't.
It's a no deal. You's getting locked in the vault.
Where I kill my family.
And here's the very last cartoon that I have to show you, and that after you look at this one, we're turning back around.
Shit.
I can't wait to see this one.
It's so loud.
I guess I see where you're coming from, and I'll go kill my family. I'm very claustrophobic, and I don't want to be down here. It's like NORAD.
No.
I don't even really know the reference.
Thank good it's a long cartoon that they're watching. Let's leave.
Okay, let's leave. I'm keeping the gloves, but
This was before we did the Muppet Christmas Carol. We did the Muppet... Nope, not Muppets.
Oh, wait a sec.
wait.
Muppet Christmas Carol. I always wanted to see that one.
Hold on a
You can see
second.
that
Turn
one.
back,
This
I
is-
don't mind.
I meant Mickey's Christmas Carol. Before we did Mickey's Christmas Carol, we did a Mickey's Apocalypse Now. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I misspoke.
Inadvertently, I think JD's actually correct. Because once the Disney company acquired the Muppets, which happened in 2008, they had added that title, Muppet Christmas.
It's quiet over here.
really quiet over here.
It is.
Doesn't sit right.
Doesn't.
Yes.
All right.
And then now it's part of their title. So really, it makes sense that it'd be in the vault.
God, you're smart.
Dad.
Interesting that you know that, and you've been down here for how many years?
45 long years.
That's the one piece of information that came down to you.
It's the only home I've ever known. And the only thing I ever hear about is Disney and their various business transactions and what movies and such they own title to.
That will be very helpful when you go out of the vault onto the streets of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, time to turn around.
Shit, God damn it, wait,
Face
do it
the
again.
vault door.
I feel like I'm already there.
I want your gloves on.
Okay, ready,
Take
go.
them.
What? What a minute. Prince, Dad.
Hey.
Where did they go?
Huh?
The door is closed.
Oh, that's weird.
We're locked here in the Disney vault.
It's you and me?
Yes, just you and me.
Me and Jerry Disney? This is exciting.
No.
Wow.
I mean, it's exciting in a certain sense, but it's not good
Oh my
exciting.
God. I could ask you anything. Oh, Jerry. Jerry, tell me what it was like in the early days.
Oh no, this is the hell I've always dreamed of. I can't believe it's actually happening. Maybe I shouldn't have locked people in a jail. Maybe I shouldn't have changed the name of the Matterhorn. This is like a Twilight Zone or something? I don't know. Am I getting my just desserts here? Well, you ladies look like you've been through heck, and so do you, sir.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
I'm not telling you a word.
I didn't ask for anything. Are you okay? Or can I-
But just
Kill him, Karen.
No.
What?
Kill him.
Well,
He knows too much.
I think he's actually not even a very smart husband. I cheated on him, and he didn't even know. And
did you know Karen cheated on you?
What? This is news to me, Karen's husband.
Well, you're smart.
Well,
You're-
and the kids are they're not even good in school, and they're not athletic. And I would just say, let's let them live, and I'll just be.
just because you whisper it doesn't mean we don't hear you.
Sweetie.
Huh?
You remember when I sneezed in line for the Yeti and all that stuff?
I honestly don't.
See, anyway, I ended up in Disney jail, and it's kind of like a prison code thing. There's a thing that I may or may not have to kill you with.
Okay, well, I mean, I forgot what you just said.
See,
So, I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
Hey, Karen. Karen
Yes, yeah.
It's 2 syllables.
and Karen's husband.
Oh boy.
Huh? Yeah.
I ain't never witnessed such family life as you two are exhibiting.
No.
Well, that's too bad for you.
I don't want to be without a family no more. And I don't so much want you to go doing bad murder to your family.
Thank you.
Instead, I want me and this here woman who's basically been like a spouse
Common law.
yeah.
Spouse. Sort of captured.
We had sex in the bathroom multiple times.
You did call her your mother at one point too. So
Really?
There's a little bit of a gray area, but these guys are fun.
You know.
And
What happens at Disney
It
stays here, especially if
They
you're in
keep it
jail
here in a vault.
locked away.
But I think maybe what my new dream's becoming is that I want us to be in part of your family.
Okay.
Oh, that was real easy.
Yeah, why not?
You're the first people to have agreed to that in years.
Yeah.
Wow.
We ask
How do you
every.
think we got 7 children? Now we have 9.
They're reformed prisoners that has to be in your family.
One of them showed up. I thought she was selling Girl Scout cookies. She's been with us.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yes, would you like to buy a Girl Scout?
Well, honey, do we have room for a Girl Scout?
I bet we do.
Sure thing. Do you accept personal checks?
Sure, it's me.
Welcome. Come right this way.
Oh, this is great. Our family got even bigger.
Do we have to give you a check for it?
Sure, but why not?
If you accept personal checks, then we're in business.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If I know your last name, do I know too much information? And
You can just fill it out to Elizabeth St. John. That's what it says on the license I'm using now.
marvelous, Miss St. John. Will just $500 should be enough, I guess.
Make it 500,000. We're independently wealthy.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm not. Wow.
I don't care about your money, Daddy.
Okay.
I care about you.
That's nice.
And you, Kern.
Call her mom.
No. I learned it as Kern.
Okay.
Karen, but that's
That's what I wanted to stay.
and Karen it shall be.
Kern and Dad. See you real soon.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Because you guys adopted us.
Oh, that's right. So we'll be spending quite a bit of time together.
Yeah.
Now, you two kids, I don't want you getting off into some trouble. Oh, not again.
What's going on, honey?
What's happening?
What's going on?
That should be fine. What's wrong?
What are you doing?
What's happening?
Why's her face getting all wrinkled and funny looking? No! No! Fuck you! No!
Instant death.
You motherfuckers!
And it all happened in a place called Spontaneanation. Victor Yerrid, Where can people find you online? What do you want to tell them about? It is January 14th.
Well, online it's Puppets and Shit.
That's right.
It's my YouTube channel.
Filthy.
And Facebook thing. But really, is that I've been working on a really cool show called The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
Whoa.
We shot it for almost a year in London.
Whoa.
It'll be out, if this is January 14th, probably in about 9 months.
Now, I know of a movie called The Dark Crystal. Is this in any way related to that?
It is, in fact, it is a series of Netflix episodes that are a prequel to the movie, and it's going to be unbelievable.
This is exciting news.
Super exciting stuff.
And where can people find out more information on that? Like, keep them updated. Where can that happen? Puppets and Shit? You'll post about it on?
I don't really do a lot of posting.
Yeah, okay.
They've got fan sites for that sort of thing.
I'll tell the folks to watch the skies. Nyima Funk!
Hello.
What do you want to tell people about?
I want to tell people that if you're in San Francisco, you can check me out with the black version, performing at the San Francisco Sketchual Festival.
Fantastic. What date is that?
I don't know. It's at the end of... Come on, man.
It's at the end of the month?
It's at the end of the
There you
month.
go. Then it is upcoming.
It is upcoming, yes.
There we go.
It is.
And where can people find you online?
They can find me at the Twitter, Nyima Funk, and Instagram, Facegram.
There you go.
My gram.
All
the grams.
All the
Mammogram.
Mammogram.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Sarah Burns. All the same questions for you.
I just finished working on a show that I can't tell anyone
one
about.
of those.
Because they're keeping. I'm so excited about it.
Is it Scandal?
It's
The Dark Crystal?
Is
it's
it
the Scandalous
ER?
Dark Crystal.
ER? Okay.
But actually, I did the twinning thing the other day, and I was paired with Carrie, the lead of Scandal.
Kerry Washington?
They matched me. I was like, I'll take it. I apologize.
Hey. Sure.
I apologize,
I would take it.
Carrie.
I knew it. I knew
I'm
it. I knew
so
you were
sorry.
passing. I
I
knew.
don't want anyone knowing.
I knew.
But it's so great, and it's gotten a lot of love and some awards, and people love it, but they don't want us talking about it.
Wait, it's got awards, but you're not allowed to say what the name is?
I can't say that I'm on it.
Oh,
Not
okay.
because
Don't let them know Sarah Burns.
more like we don't want anything about the next season known.
Understood.
So I keep it under
Let's
my
call it
hat.
Sesame
Understood.
Street.
I'm on Sesame Street. I'm on the 45th billionth season of Sesame Street. And people, if they so wish to find me, can find me at on Instagram.
There we go. Sarah Burns me.
Sarah Burns me.
There we go.
Send it to me.
Eban Schletter, you've heard his stuff. I'm not going to repeat it. Because I haven't eaten lunch.
It's late.
I'm really feeling it right now. That is a sharp dive. Go to paulftompkins.com/live to check out my live dates. I'll also be at Sketchfest this very weekend doing a bunch of shows. I'm doing 6 shows in 3 days. Please come out and see us. Eban Schletter will be up there too. Go to paulftompkins.com/live for all those dates. And also I do want to say, Mr. Jackson and Mr. Tompkins, the 2-man improv show that I'm doing with Mark Evan Jackson. Detroit at the Fillmore, Friday, January 25th. It is a benefit for the Detroit Creativity Project. That is going to be a very fun night. Please do come out and see us there for a 2-man improv show with me and Mark. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the podcast. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying Semper in Presenti.
Semper in Presenti.